Great to be back. Yeah, two great tracks, I think, from the label Bass Culture. We were talking about it in the chat from a French DJ called Jules that I like very much. And it's funny to listen to it because a lot of time in the feedback, when I write feedbacks, I ask you guys to add texture, glitches. And in these tracks, there's none really of these little effects here and there. But what I wanted to highlight is also that if you listen closely to the arrangement of these tracks, there is some layers coming every 16 bars. And sometimes when I ask to add these textures, is because at the moment in music, a lot of artists are having like the same drum loops running the whole way through. And I think when you have this kind of things, when you have the same drum loops running always through, it's good to have these little glitches and elements that are unpredictable and that keeps the whole thing interesting. But if you have a lot of layers, like in these tracks, that you keep adding or subtracting, I think it's not that necessary. So I just wanted to highlight this. But yeah, let's talk now about your tracks. Um, First off, we have Emil Orange. You have to tell me which how you pronounce your name. I think you're here. Emil?
Yeah, I'm here. It
Yes,
is,
how are you, man?
I'm very good. The last name is French, so you probably know it better than me.
L'Orange.
Laurent?
L'Orange. On dit. In French, we will say it like this, yes. Like orange, but with a L, so l'Orange.
Yeah, people say it many different ways, so it's not
Okay.
really a set way.
All right, all right. So let's get straight into it. You know how we do. You're being a regular now. So
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
let's dive in. Let's go.
Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Two, three, hey. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Two, three, hey. Hey, yo, Terminator, man. Check this out. Check this out. Two, three, hey. Check this out. Hey, yo, Terminator, man. Yo, meet the G that killed me. Damn. Hey, yo, Terminator, man. Damn. Two, three, break. Check this out. Two, three, break.
Ah man, I love this bit at the end. I love these two synths. Really good stuff, man.
Thank you.
Really, it's polished. It sounds really good. The mix down is powerful, very clear. You can hear every element, the arrangement. There's always something happening. Really solid, man.
Thank you.
I
I was trying to
Go
have
ahead. Go ahead.
elements on this one.
Yes, but I think still like you keep adding and you keep switching. Like I really enjoy the elements a bit more ravey and acid towards the end.
Yeah.
So yeah, you didn't make it too toolish. Like there is still like a kind of progression and it's really cool. Um, I in my opinion, because you're already evolving on like, a really good level of music production and it sounds definitely something you could that can be released. Um, I would eventually suggest that sometimes you try to have maybe, especially in the drums, and especially because your songs are more toward like a modern sounding, although there is influence from the 90s. Um, that maybe there is this little like glitch or modular percussion, something that is a bit more random, that you would have, I don't know, an LFO filter that it's not necessarily synchronized on the beat, so there is a little bit of a random aspect, in the groove. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Try to get off this really very rigid,
Hmm.
way of programming your beats.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
think
think
there is
I
space for
usually
that.
have the drums just going pretty similarly through the whole beat, so I get what you mean.
Yeah, to add a bit more, that the things feels a little bit more organic. I think it,
Yeah.
it would it would really benefit your track. Yeah, the whole track I've listened from you and I've listened quite a bit. So yeah, I would encourage you to have that. There is some cool tutorials on the platform. Check the advanced ones with
Yeah.
some of the tutors, and they have some layers like this in their track, and you should definitely maybe get inspiration from that. But other than that, it sounds fantastic, man.
All right. Thank you, bro.
All right. Next up, we have another regular. Dan, how are you? Are you here with us? Ah, maybe not today. Okay, it's okay. Next time, Dan. Bad Brad.
Yeah, yeah, I'm here.
Hey, how are you? I still remember you're from the US, right?
Yeah, I'm from California.
Ah, great. Good to see you. Yeah, I remember your track from like 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
It's cool, because it's not so often, and I still remember the track. And I think we were thinking, man, you sounded like it was made. I say to you, it sounded like it was made in the UK. I was right. It was
Yeah,
this.
you said art department. I
Yeah.
checked them out.
Yeah,
Cool.
maybe you found similarities. Okay, this one is different. I already listened to it, so that's cool. Let's jump right in and we have a chat after. Let's go.
Cool.
I feel it.
Nice one, man. Very, very different from the first submission you had. I don't know. Do you have any other inspiration for this one?
Uh, no, just listening to you mentioned Jamie Jones and art department and stuff like that. So I try to go a little bit more house this way and stuff. Very minimal too. Uh, but yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
big chords, a bit dubby, a bit. It's funny you wanted to go a bit house, but it sounds more maybe more deep tech house than the first one because of this big like dub chord, techno chord. Really cool. I think the more adjustment you can do, there's two things. First, like maybe to develop this idea further, you need to find another melody to counterbalance with the chord, something that you could like, switch to and maybe then combine the two together. But already with very few elements, it's really nice the arrangement that you still, like did, but it sounds more like a rough draft at the moment than like a
Yeah.
proper thing. It's more what you can try to work on is more like the levels. Like your clap is quite overpowering compared to the kick, for example. It's
Okay.
it's a nice touch, but it might be a bit difficult to mix it up with other tracks.
Got it.
So, especially if you want to have your track gets as playable as possible, it is good to try to, reference your track with something that you find a bit similar and that sounds good, so you can really easily check your levels. Um, but yeah, other than that, man, it's great. I would definitely work another session on it, try to find this one or two main elements, and then, I develop this further.
Sweet. Thanks, man.
Great stuff. I'm gonna talk about something that Azal mentioned in the chat before. So if anyone is willing to, I don't know, record a clip or talk about the session that we are having today or the other weeks, we actually open a little competition. So if you post a story or even a post, just tag us, and there is a few goodies to win. You can check the chat if you're interested. Thanks for joining us, man, and see you hopefully next week.
See ya.
Cheers. All right, next one I think is a first-time user. It's Gavin Gone. Are you here with us?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Gavin, how you doing, man? Where are you tuning in from?
Pretty good. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. And yeah, this is the first time I'm getting my track played over here, but I've often do a couple sessions before and love everybody's stuff.
Cool, man. Great to have you for the first time. I'm really excited to listen to your tune. Nice. We're having more and more users from the US. That's great to know. And it's great that you guys have time to submit your tracks. So, yeah, I think we've done something good by switching a bit the time. Really good. Okay, let's dive into it and we'll have a talk after. Let's go. Great one, man. First good submission. Pretty good.
Thank you, thank you.
Someone has their phone. I don't think it's you. Mic open. But yeah, full of energy. What BPM are you on, man? Over 130, I guess, no?
Yeah, so this one was 132.
Yeah, it's driving, banging a bit on, yeah, really on the techie side of house, let's say. Yeah, g great stuff. I have a few suggestions. I think your two chord stabs that you have answering to the vocal, really good combination and chord and answer between the three elements. I think you can try to ha that they have a little bit more that they have a difference in texture, you know. Maybe one you should open the filter a little bit, you know. So because the two of them sounds quite filtered. Maybe one you could have like a LFO controlling the cutoff frequency, so there is a little bit more movement. And I think it would be nice to have a bit of the high frequency shine on one of those.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Get what I
I'm
mean?
definitely down to try that. Yeah.
To have a little bit, or like or also an automation so there's a bit more movement, but it's pretty cool. Also, um, at the beginning of the track, when you just have the bass and the beat, I recommend to also have another element, whether it's a texture or a little bit more FX, especially because like as we saw, I don't know if you were here at the very beginning of the session, but I was talking about that like if there is no like real evolution or layers of elements, it's good to have this little FX. Were you here
Yeah,
when
I
I
heard
was
you
talking
talk
about
about
that?
that a
Yeah.
little bit. But that's something cool that I could try adding.
Yeah, because it's especially when you got a bass line that is really driving and more simple, that doesn't play a real melody, that is more like, like a groove. It's good when there is something sometimes on top of it. Otherwise, it can feel a bit redundant. I mean, it will absolutely work. And the thing is, in a DJ set context, this is the part of the track that sometimes is layer, like, or there is another track on top of it.
Hmm.
So it's maybe not essential, especially in the DJ set context, but because we are getting more and more people listening your track outside of the DJ set context because it's streaming and stuff like that, it's nice to
Yeah.
also, polish the intro to have a bit more detail so, the listeners stay engaged right from the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's my two advice for your track. But really, banging stuff. I think we have a lot of users that want to download it. I can do it, which is great. But maybe some of the other users would like to have your track. So yeah, feel free to
Yeah, I
share it
appreciate
with
it,
them
Seb.
or not. And hopefully we see you next week again.
Yeah, sure. I'll be back. Thank
Do
you
you
very
have
much.
do you have a question?
No, all good. I love the feedback that you gave me and definitely looking forward to try it later on.
Okay, amazing. Cheers, man. See you soon.
Cheers.
Next up, oh, DJ Brew, how are you?
How's it going?
I'm good. And you, man?
Good, very good, very good.
Are you still driving? We
I'm
always catch
driving.
you now. Okay.
Got
All right, all right. Focus on the road. We listen to your track. We have a chat later.
it. All right.
Yeah.
You talk about freedom of speech. You talk about freedom of speech. You talk about freedom of speech. We are talking about something substantive, and we're not simply talking about a formal notion of freedom of speech. about freedom of speech. And those who would call for the right to speak freely in order to openly prevent us from having rights and liberties that are guaranteed then by the Constitution. I mean, I think that is a contradiction in terms.
You know what? I think the people they start tuning in the session because they want to have the exclusivity of listening to your track, but not to listen to my feedback anymore. Yeah, another great one, man. Yeah, fantastic. I wanna highlight what's very good and what can be interesting for other users. I like how you pan your drums. They still sound raw, but I also like how you pan your element. Like there is a little, I think xylophone at some point here. You have it more on the left side and some other element on the right. And we're not talking about like, FX thing, but just to have the things pan at the right moment is the same for the drums. And that translates well in club context because usually for the drums and stuff, like in clubs, things are in mono. So unless you have some wide stuff in the bass, everything gets centered and it's good. And it's nice in the headphones because, you have this, sounds large. So yeah, it's really good thing. Um, Maybe the only thing I could say is like you see the rise that appears at the end here. Um,
Mhm.
Maybe you could try just if you pitch it a few semitones down, how it will sound as well. I felt it was
Okay.
quite bright. And another good trick, but I think you've used it in some other track, is like when you finish with the ride, especially with type of music, you do like a pitch drift, that it gets slower, lower, lower in pitch. I don't know if you ever tried that, but on rides it sounds very cool, especially for drum
Ah,
rides.
okay. No, I hadn't tried that before.
To do
Yeah.
like shh. Yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
okay.
that's towards the end. It's quite cool. I just wanted to mention it if you ever listen to this. But yeah, great stuff. I love how you keep adding layers of instrument, but also of drums. Yeah, I'm a sucker for this. I try to sometimes feedback about this, but yeah, you do it perfectly. So great stuff,
Thank
man.
you. Yeah, I'm glad you said because I try when I pan like some of my instruments. I always like in my head just picture a band on stage playing it. And I'm like, well, the xylophone wouldn't be right in the middle with everything else. It'd be, try to imagine like, okay, the trumpets might be separate from the trombones or the sax player or the piano. So I try to pan stuff that way as if like a live band was playing it. So I didn't know if
Yeah,
that translated. So
that translated, and that's how it is, especially like, and if you listen to old jazz records or usually old vinyl, you got even some instrument that sometimes were panned hard left, hard right. This means they were only on the left or only on the right. That's not really done these days. But there was like an old technique sample where the DJs were sampling just the left or the right because before you had all these stems isolation that we have today, it was not possible back then. And sometimes they were able to isolate, like, isolate one instrument or one player because it was really pan in different ways. And that's a great thing. A lot of Still in modern music today, a lot of mixing engineers are panning the drums the same way. They will look at the battery and they will say, okay, the snare's on the right, so I'm going to pan it. Not hard, but
yeah,
anything from like 3 to 10 or 12, like, it works well. So sometimes just little pan makes a huge difference.
yeah.
Great
Okay, great.
stuff.
Great. Yep, thank you.
Yeah, drive safe, man, and see
Will
you
do.
next week.
All right.
Yeah, bye. All right, next up, Chiro Rosenbrand. I think he was the last one last week.
Yes, what's up, man?
I'm good. And you? How's it
Yeah, I'm
going?
good. I'm great. I'm great.
Remember where you tuning in from?
Amsterdam, from the
Amsterdam.
Netherlands. Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. And you need to tell me why your track is looking like this.
Yeah, it's every time because I have like already 4 times I upload a track, and the vocal is copyright, so then it's got taken down every time. So
Okay, maybe it's time to use a non-copyrighted vocal?
yeah, definitely. But this is just for yeah for practicing because yeah I don't know
No, of
just
course you're
practicing
right.
with the songs and
I'm just joking. And also, I guess the last part here is also not something we'll listen to the 5 minute
uh,
outro
no,
here.
the track is like 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes, so
Okay,
it's just a big block, you know.
you must have exported the whole project. Okay, all
Yeah.
right, let's dive in. We have a chat after. Let's go.
All right.
You can do anything that you want to do. You can do anything that you want to do. You can do anything that you want to do with your mind, body, and soul. Do it. Prove it to yourself and say, I want, I will, I can do anything. You can do anything that you want to do. You can do anything that you want to do. You can do anything that you want to do with your mind, body, and soul. Do it. Prove it to yourself and say, I want, I will. Don't stop moving. Keep it up. Keep on moving. Get it right. Yeah, you got to get it right. Oh, yeah. Oh, don't stop.
Hey man, you really got an ear for catchy bass melody and melody in general. And
Mm-hmm.
it goes very well with the vocal,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. Thank you.
The track works. I think the two things you could try to improve, the levels of different elements. It's a little bit all over the place.
Yeah, it was
So
like a pre-mix. I didn't re I was in a hurry and I just sent it. Like I heard I was in the car and I heard the like the stringy snare and I thought this was fucking awful. It was so loud and
um,
sound effect.
I think even in your drums, just in the drum bus, there is some levels that are a bit like, for example, like the hi-hat is like the loudest almost with the kick, but even louder than the kick, it feels a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there's definitely some snare rolls and stuff that are too low that feels almost like it's a little glitch in the background. So
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't know if you try to put like a lot of plugins and how you try to mix things, but I would really say that 80% is, I mean, 90% is sound source choices and sound level. So
Hmm.
before you try to complicate things with a lot of other mixing plugins and mixing techniques and compressing and this and that, just you can achieve amazing results just by having your choosing the right elements that have the right frequencies, but also the levels. So really,
Yes.
if you're struggling a little bit with this kind of stuff, just apply the basic and just try to have your levels at the right place. Telling you this, I don't know what you're trying to do when you're mixing, but keep it very simple. You can have amazing result with that. And definitely reference early in your production in the way you produce. It
Yeah.
means as soon as you have the drums and the bass line, already try to have a pool of tracks that you know sounds great and find the one that is the closest to your track and try to reference, um,
Yeah.
to see, okay, there is a lot of plugins that you can put at the end of your mastering of your master bus. Maybe you have a limiter and then you have this. So it's at the end. The limiter can help you to match the level of your reference track because it's going to be mastered. And
Hmm.
then you just A B your track, their track, your track, their track. And you can see, okay, my bass needs to be louder, my hats needs to be lower, my clap needs to be louder. Like you will just see. Just with levels, you can achieve the lot.
All right.
That's my
Great.
yeah, that's probably my biggest advice. I would
Hmm.
also not be shy to eventually start to work with a top loop that you really
Yeah.
like, that is grooving,
Hmm.
and program your elements, your one-shot elements on top of this loop or below, whatever you choose, but try to follow the groove of this, and you will have also like drums that will be, yeah, generally a little bit thicker because you would already have this solid base of loop, and there is no shame of working with top loops. Probably your favorite producer is using them as well.
Yeah. All right.
There is somebody else's mic is on. I
Yeah.
don't
I
think
heard
it's
you.
you. I can't find it
No,
because
it's
we're
not me.
we're quite a lot of people now, and if anyone knows whose mic is on, I can cut them. But or maybe it's Roche Cafe. Okay, I think it was Roche Cafe. All right. Do you have any question?
No, I think you said it all. So I'm gonna work on it. And thank you very much.
Yeah, also, for example, when I talked about the drums, but also here you have like an organ that you put on top of the bass was also very loud compared with the rest one. When it appears, you're
Yeah.
like, okay.
Oh,
But
yeah, yeah.
you have great elements and you have an ear for musicality for also finding good vocals. I think a lot of people were wondering what it was. So yeah, great stuff, man.
Yes, thank you, man.
Cool. See you
All
soon.
right. Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.
Oh, our friend Last Smash. Usually you are the first, so I thought not to see you today.
Hi.
Hello.
Yes, I was a bit late today.
A bit late. You are maybe the seventh, I think, or the sixth. So yeah, not so late. Great. Allez, let's go. We dive in straight away. very solid peak time tool, man. Great energy.
Yes.
Yeah. Great stuff. Um, you know what? When I was listening to it, I was thinking the preset you're using, is it a preset you're using for the bass?
The main base,
Yeah.
I think
Ton,
it's
ton,
one
ton,
of
ton, the
my
growling.
serum patch, I think.
Yeah. Did you ever try to have, for example, the like a filter control on the velocities of the notes? And eventually, when you program the pattern, you could have some note with a lower velocity, so the cutoff will open not so much, so you'll have a bit of a difference between some notes.
Oh. Oh, great idea.
Because I think you'll achieved like a more interesting bass groove, you know? Because obviously the resonance is great, but to have it that high on each note, I think you could achieve even more interesting groove with, adding if especially if you know how to tweak a serum. I mean, it's not that complicated to have to put the velocity on one or two filter parameter, and then you could easily, without having to make automation, easily find like some pattern and having the notes less, and to have the velocity maybe just applying to that parameter, not necessarily on the volume of the note but just on the filter.
Okay, I will try this.
I, I think it could be nice because I I feel I'm always talking. It's not always the same thing, but a lot of time I think, yeah, you can definitely close a little bit some of the notes of the bass
Okay.
in terms of cutoff
Okay, yeah. Okay.
to round it a bit. But yeah, great stuff. It's kind of very linear because yeah, there's not much progression, I would say, but it works. It works because there's a lot of happening. I like that you in that portion that you took the bass away. It breathes a bit. So yeah, it's
Yes.
cool. Great stuff.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Keep them coming, man. Like the one from last week was unbelievable. So yeah, great stuff.
Yeah, I have some cool DL on the some cloud now. I'm pretty happy.
Ah, you have some what? Sorry?
Some download.
Ah, some download. Okay,
Yes,
maybe
I
soon you
send
sign
it.
an EP, no?
No, not at the moment, but
Not at the moment, but it's on
yeah,
the way for sure.
I hope.
Okay, that's cool, man. Keep us posted. But yeah, I think you have at least you have a couple that are very strong. So sending out to DJs and stuff, they will play it, they will see it works well, and they will sign you if they have a label.
Yes.
Great
Finger
stuff.
crossed.
Yes, you'll get there for sure, man. You're yeah, posting track. I mean, okay, one thing. It's absolutely good to smash tracks and stuff and to continue like this to do one every week. So I I I think that's the right way. Then
Oh,
after you can always like, okay, there's ones with more potential than others. You can always tweak things, but to have the thing of making at least one track every week is really good.
okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers, man. See you soon.
Cheers.
Next
Cheers.
week for sure.
Yes.
All right, Bazooka. I think you were with us last week.
Hello,
Well,
hello.
hello, how are you?
Oh, I'm good, man. How are you?
Very good. First time with the camera, no?
I was on last week, but can you hear me?
I can hear you
Oh yeah,
perfectly.
just
Can
because
hear
it's
you.
not
I
showing
can
up
see you.
green. Yeah, I was on last week, but it didn't get played, so yeah, I was a bit late.
Ah,
But yeah, I was on the ball today,
I
so
listened
yeah,
to your track, but no one else. Yes, that's why.
yeah, that'll be it. Aye,
All
but
right,
yeah.
let's go. Let's listen to it and we have a chat. You know how we go. Let's go. But finally, we had to wait 4 minutes 51 to get a new synth. That's a little bit of a shame. I mean, I love the stab. I love the
Mm,
movement on top of the synth. It's really cool, and it's true that it can because there is movement, because they have a bit of unpredictability with like LFOs or automation you've done. Like
mm.
it can stay a lot like that. But I think you definitely have space for another things to
Yeah,
add on what you have. You add one towards the end, but I can suspect that you were not fully sure of it. So you say, okay, I'm gonna leave it at the
yeah,
end.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I did
I
try and
guess
put
it
it in
is.
earlier on in the track, but because I don't know, because it was like it was a sample, and I like reversed one of the clips, and it sounded like I don't know, it was
I'm
like
gonna tell
calming
you
it
what
down a
it
bit, you
is.
know.
I'm
Go on.
gonna tell you what it is. It is not on the same level as your other parts, so
Mhm.
it's why it's not fitting.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
just didn't find the right element. It's fine. It happens to all of us. But it's a great
Yeah.
tune. The groove is wonderful.
Mm.
It's organic. It's the most like, organic track that we listen to it, I think, in terms of like, how yeah, how organic it sounds
Mm.
and it's really cool and refined. One thing I would suggest, if you were with us when we started to listen some tunes before the session, I showed some tracks from bass culture from
Yeah, yeah.
Flaber and Jules. You see this type of arrangement that they did where they had layers, especially in their drums, every 8 bars is
Yeah.
something that would match the vibe of your track totally. But you start to send everything straight away, so you have
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this
yeah.
big drum loop, and it stays a bit similar. But if you have programmed it with different layers, I don't know if it's just one loop, then it's a little bit more difficult. But
Mm.
if you have different layers, try to make these layers appear as your track progress
Yeah.
because with with the synths that you have, you will be able to keep the listener engaged more than if you put everything straight away because you will
Yeah,
achieve the
definitely. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
progression with the drums, you
Yeah,
know?
absolutely. I mean, I didn't spend too much time on the drums because the reason I even started the project is because I've just got a Nord lead A1, like a
I
hardware
know, yeah.
synth,
Yeah,
and
yeah, great.
I was just trying to play about with that and just try and get some nice noises out of it because I know it's good for those like dubby stabs. And then I literally just made it this morning. I was gonna send another track in, but I ended up sending that one instead because yeah, I thought that would be better for the feedback. But yeah,
Great
I will
track.
go back and wait and have another look. But yeah, I appreciate it.
Great track, and I think it's definitely worth one or two more session.
Yeah, yeah,
One thing also I recommend when you get a synth, sometimes what's really cool is you try to you try to sample your synth. You make like you have like a random beat or even no beat or
yeah,
something like this. You sample your synth because one thing that I noticed myself because I used to work with a lot of hardware is like
mm,
when I'm flowing, when it's a good day and you have a lot of ideas and stuff like that, and you're
yeah,
like, let me get my new synth out, but you
yeah.
don't really know how it is, how it
I
works.
know.
It can kind of like kill the vibe of your
Yeah,
whole
yeah, no,
session
definitely,
because
definitely.
nothing nothing
It's a
that
it actually is a
works.
beast as well. But I haven't even scratched this. I only got it the other day, so yeah, I'm just getting used to it. But I'm gonna try and master it because I know the likes of Cole to swear by the Nord lead. And
Mm.
obviously I like that sort of sound. But yeah,
That's a
uh,
great sense, man. But definitely you have some session where you just sample it and you
yeah.
don't
I
necessarily
don't like
make
to
a
spend
track.
too long on a track. I can't like I really can't spend much longer than 2 days on a track because I just end up getting further away from the original idea, you know. But
Yeah, yeah.
I definitely will put some more time into this one. But yeah,
You don't really have to. If it's your way, don't overkill yourself and lose too much time. So crack
yeah,
on.
yeah,
But
yeah,
in my opinion, what I saw was a bit the issue in that one, and you keep it in
mm.
mind for the next one.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe
definitely, yeah,
that's just how it is. It's sometimes it works better this way than keep refining, especially when it's
yeah,
about finding another element
yeah.
in
I
the
feel like
tune.
the tracks I spend the most time on, like they end up sounding worse than they did when I first made them. You know what I mean?
I totally get what you
But
mean,
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. But I appreciate it. Yeah,
Great, and hopefully
nice
see
one.
you again next week
Yeah,
with
hopefully.
another great tune,
If
man.
I'm quick, if I'm quick,
Yeah, you have to be quick. That's the thing.
I
There's a
know.
lot of people now.
Yeah.
Okay, great stuff.
Right.
Let's
Cheers.
we'll try to listen more tracks so we
Yeah,
we
yeah.
will be quick. Ciao, man. Okay, Jake, told you to stay. How are you, man?
I'm good. I'm good. How you doing, Samuel?
Yeah, I'm doing fine, thank you. Normally I don't reveal the order because that's part of of what we do here. It's a bit of a surprise, but I know that you have a good track to show us. So yeah, I don't wanted you to leave.
Thanks.
Uh,
Well, I joined a little bit late, so I was worried that I might have missed it because I joined a bit late. But
but no,
anyway, thanks.
you timed it perfectly. But it's nice also if you're here from the start. Let's go and we have a chat after. Let's go.
Empty soul, no one's around. Empty heart, breaking you down. Days and nights, it doesn't change. No one's there, and no one to blame. When the darkness starts to take your soul away, close your eyes and leave your thoughts to yesterday. Empty soul, no one's around. Empty heart, breaking you down.
Really cool arrangement, man. Very coherent with like the dreamy kind of vibe. I think it's yeah, really good tune, good vocal. The organ melody is great. I like the little, I think you use erosion and you made an automation in the first break here. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah. I put erosion on a few different things. I definitely put it on the organ. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah, and there is like an automation, but yeah, it's cool. I like the your attentive to your attention to details. Very cool. One thing I could recommend is a bit on the mix down of the drums. They
Yeah.
sound they'll I think they could have especially like it's still a track for the clubs, right? So I think even if it's dreamy, it could be a bit more snappy. And I think it's more in terms of volume, you can push them a little bit in volume. Because at the present moment, it's almost felt, I mean, this is a big word, but it almost felt that it tends to be a bit muddy because the drums are a bit too much in the back, the top hand of the drums. Do you know what I mean? The hats, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, no, I agree. I think to be honest, this track was probably better like 3 saves ago. I think I had the mix cleaner and I just kept working on it, trying to make it better, and I think I actually made it worse by just I don't know. But
I
yeah,
mean,
I think the mix needs some love.
it's yeah, but as I always say, I mean, it's not like I mean, you got the kick and bass right, so you did you did 90%, 80% of the job. Now the track is quite rich, so it's true that there could be sometimes some choices to be made, but I think just try to give a bit of brightness to the drums and eventually reference with one or two tracks that are in a similar style and you will find it. It's don't overcomplicate things, you know. One other things I would talk about is it seems that there is even when you strip things down there's still always a little pad in the back, right? Continuously
Yeah,
in the
yeah, most
track.
of the time there's some kind of atmosphere or something, yeah. There's like a
Yeah.
little twinkly kind of melody, I think, that just kind of sits in the back
Yeah,
of
and a
those.
lot of reverb or something. I mean, to me, this could be, especially when you're here and there's like a bass taking over, or here when you have, by the way, the switch up here at 3 minutes is really cool. You really timed it well in the arrangement, and it was you kind of want it, and then it appears, and I really like when it does things this way. So hats off to you. But yeah, eventually you can see sometimes it's maybe not necessary to have this little paddish thing in the back, and it will give a nice, even more contrast, you know, to have it away at some point in the track, and then you put it back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I do that all the time. I try and make more clubby focused things, but it always just feels like it's so empty. My mind's always saying like it's just drums and bass. Like there needs to be something else.
But a good trick, if it's drums and bass, and you don't have this kind of layers of drums that keep coming and going, because what you can do when you have a lot of synths, and then you want to take the synths away, and you want to have drum and bass, if at that time you have an extra element of drums to add to compensate, that works really well.
Mm,
Or if you don't necessarily, you can have one impact of something in a big reverb, and the tail of the reverb would kind of like, you know, give you a texture
lead
that would
over.
that
Yeah.
laid over, but it will not be a pad. It will not be melodic. It's an impact. So it's kind of different in the brain, you know? And then maybe if it feels too empty, then you have another little glitch or effects in something, but it's not necessarily melodic. And you kind of like keep things, you kind of have a background still, so it doesn't feel too empty, but it's not a background made of a melody or the same similar pad that was before.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And I kind of felt, I think I feel like that about a lot of the tracks I make. They
But
get too melodic and then yeah.
try to have some either drum element to a layer to add of percussion, or you can have some cowbells that are a little bit of sometimes cowbells they can even, or you can have two elements. So there's even like a tone, so it's even like a melody, you know, like a percussion that have like tones, or
Mm.
you can compensate with having, you know, drums layers. And it's something that I see a bit less and less these days. People tend to be quite, I mean, not everyone, because there's plenty of producers, they're great producers, they're almost all doing this, but sometimes when you're at the start of producing journey, you don't really pay attention to that. But having different layers in your drums and different variation is very helpful, especially when you arrange things. And
Yeah.
yeah, so don't necessarily give away all your full drums from the start. Or if you do, then you can I don't know how you produce, but you can also look for elements once you make the arrangement. Oh, I missed this, I missed that, I need to find this. And when it's a layer of drums, usually you find it, you know.
Yeah. So if I was gonna go and fix and tidy up the mix a bit on this, you said I got the kick and bass, you think that are good volumes. So I just like mute everything else and bring all the elements in one by one?
Yeah, I mean, I think it sounds balanced, you know. There is no like um there is no problem, you know, in the mix down. So after
Oh,
that,
okay.
you know, it's you gotta play it in clubs, you gotta feel if you're basing kick like I don't have a club setup at home, but yeah, it should definitely be able to play it.
All right. Okay. Thanks. That's super helpful, Samuel. I appreciate it a lot.
Okay, great. I think, unfortunately, this will be the last track of our session. We're already a bit past 8, but luckily, we are back next week. So there's always a chance to send us more tracks. And we are always also writing feedbacks, sometimes even in more details that we are able to do during the session. So you feel free to also send your track for feedback every month. If it's not me, it's other tutors. They would be very happy to give our thoughts on your tunes. Um, Thanks a lot for tuning in and joining us, guys. I wish you a productive week, nice week, and already looking forward to the next session. And please share about us, about the session on your stories. We have this little competition. Tag us. Ciao, ciao. Have a nice week. Bye.
Thanks.